Hi guys, Mr. Weekley here. I wanted to show you how I want you to go about outlining and doing the notes on the chapter. So what you're going to need is you're going to need your textbook, and you're going to need a notebook with some notebook paper. Step one that you're going to do is you're going to label at the top of your page what your chapter is and the key issue that you're outlining. And in this particular case, I'm going to show you how we're going to start with key issue number 2 in chapter 1. So you're going to put C1, key issue 2. Okay? So you're going to be in the upper left corner. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to fold your paper over to the red line. Okay? Oh, I've seen this before, Mr. Weekley. You're going to make us do Cornell notes. Well, not necessarily. It's just something I came up with. So fold that back open, and now obviously, you're going to draw a line down that fold. Okay? But here's a trick. What I want you to do is I want you to fold it back over to the back side now. Okay? Alright, like that. And then the next thing I want you to do is I want you to write down what the key issue is. And now, like I said, we're going to do key issue 2 just for example. So key issue 2 starts on page 13. Okay? So the first thing it says, key issue 2, is why is each point on Earth unique? And so I'm going to write the key issue right here. Why is each point on Earth unique? So I know that this is my guiding question for this entire unit. Okay? So now if I look in my chapter and read my introduction, the very first thing I see is that place, regions, and spatial association is what's going to be in this. So the first thing I'm going to write down is place, unique location of a feature. So I'm going to put A right here. Place, unique location of a feature. And I'm going to abbreviate. You should always abbreviate whenever you can. Okay? Now as I look through this particular section, I noticed that there's a subtopic called place names. So what I did, and I did this in college, is I used a down arrow and over, sort of like the return key, and it's called place names. Place names. So I write that right there. One thing I didn't tell you I want you to do also is I want you to draw a line down the next page. Okay? And I'll explain to you in just a second what I'm talking about. So we got place names. Okay? And you'll notice in this particular section, before I get to it, place, unique location of a feature, the term up here, location, is in this section. So I'm going to put location, because that's a term that's in that section. And under place names, I'm going to put this word right here, which is toponym. I'm going to list toponym. Now again, I'm on a different page. Or excuse me, I'm writing the terms on a different page. So I flip the page and I'm scanning. All I'm doing is I'm scanning for headers and stuff. The next thing I see is cite, and I'm going to skip a line and I'm going to write my arrow down like this, and I'm going to put cite. And whenever I look at that section, I see that the only vocab term in there is cite. So I'm going to write cite right here. The next section is situation. And in that particular case, there's only one term, situation. Now the next section is mathematical location. And the first term I see over here is meridian. The next term is longitude. The next one is prime meridian. The next term is parallel. And the next term is latitude. Okay, I'm flipping the page here. And the next thing I'm going to be on is the next section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line right here all the way across. And so now I'm at B. Okay? And if you'll look right here, figure 1-12 is right here. So what I want you to do is you're going to put that right there. Okay? And so under B, I'm going to put regions. Areas of unique characteristics. Again, abbreviate when you can. And then under that, the term I have is cultural landscape. And that's one of the vocab terms. Okay, and you're going to keep doing this for the entire section. And when you're done, then you're going to have a sheet over here that looks like this. And I'm going to extend this line right here so that I know that in Chapter 1, Key Issue 2, in Section A, I can find all of these terms. That's the order that I run into them. So when I need to know what they mean, I can refer to them. I can also do this. I can also put definitions out here to the left. And guess what I just made? I just made myself a handy dandy little vocab study sheet that I can use with a friend and quiz myself. Cover up the terms, and I'll have the definitions here. And let me show you an example of how I had gone through and had done section Key Issue 3. Okay? I'm going to hold this up a little bit closer so you can see it. Chapter 1, Key Issue 3. Why are different places similar? Scale. Again, I skipped a line. Here's my terms. Folded my paper back. As I got to each of the pictures, I put that number here on the side in the margins. Okay? again, I have my line right here.